Hello mga kapangarap, kabalitaan at kakampi. Andito muli ang inyong abang lingkod sa Mibingwasang Istoke para ating ipagpatuloy ang ating talakayan sa subject na Fundamentals of Criminal Investigation with Intelligence. Ito na po ay ikawalong bahagi ng subject na ito, no? With the title Arrest. Okay, so ating tatalakayin po dito sa short video presentation kung ano nga ba ang arrest at iba't ibang klase ng arrest at ano yung pong kailangan pagka nag-conduct ng. Okay, so topics that will be discussed under this subject, ladies and gentlemen. First, what is arrest? Second, what is warrant of arrest? Third, what are the warrantless arrest circumstances? Okay, so ating talakayin yung pong unang topic. What is arrest? Arrest is the legal taking of person into custody in order that he may bound to answer for the commission of an offense. No, legal na pag-aresto, no, or legal na pagkuha sa isang tao para kanyang panagutan yung pong paratang laban sa kanya sa paggawa sa isang krimen. Okay? So arrest is often the first step in criminal proceeding according naman kay Hess and Robleski. Yan. So bakit first step? Dahil wala namang ipo-prosecute, no? Wala namang didinggin yung kaso pag wala nga namang naaresto. In the community's timeless attempt to keep the public peace through its criminal law, arrest by police officer is often the first step in criminal proceedings against wrongdoers. Despite law's ideal that a court-issued warrant precede the arrest, kailangan mauuna po yung warrant of arrest, no? There is not often no time in actual practice to apply for warrant. May mga pagkakataon po na hindi po practicable yung pong pagkuha ng warrant of arrest. Ito ay yung pong mga pumapasok sa tinatawag na warrantless arrest circumstances. No? Yan. So the arrest must be made now or never, eka nga, because police officers' duty often demands that they arrest people without the protection of warrant. Officers must know both the substantive and procedural criminal law of their jurisdiction. Okay, so ano nga ba yung substantive law at procedural law? Yan, substantive law deals with the content or what behaviors are considered crime. In short, kapag ka wala pong batas na nagbabawal doon po sa isang gawain, yung pong ginagawa na yon ay hindi considered as a crime. No? So wala kang karapatan para arestuhin yung tao na yon kung yung kanyang ginagawa ay hindi naman ipinagbabawal sa ilalim ng batas. No? Then procedural law deals with the process on how to or how the law will be applied. Meron pong proseso kapag ka ikaw po ay nagkandak ng aresto, kailangan sundin yung tamang proseso. Ayan, no? Para hindi po ma-invalid yung pong mga makukuhang evidence. Ayan. Arresting suspect. Once the suspect has been located and identified, no? Kung na-identify na siyempre, na-locate na, ang susunod po ay arrest. No? The next step is to conduct arrest. All arrests should be made only on the basis of a valid warrant of arrest. Tanda na, dapat valid po yung mandamiento di arresto and it should be issued by a competent authority except in cases specified under the doctrine of citizens arrest. Okay, so binanggit kanina yung pong kailangan warrant of arrest bago mag-aresto. Under the general rule, you need a warrant of arrest. Diba? So ano nga ba yung warrant of arrest? It is an order in writing issued in the name of the people of the Philippines, signed by a judge, and directed to a peace officer commanding him to take a person into custody in order that he be bound to answer for the commission of an offense. So tatandaan nyo kung ano po yung warrant of arrest o yung tinatawag sa Tagalog na mandamiento di arresto. No? Yan po ay isang kautusan na nakapangalan sa mga tao ng Pilipinas na nilagdaan ng isang huwes na nakadirect sa isang peace officer na inuutusan siya para dalhin ang isang tao sa kanyang custody para panagutan yung mga paratang laban sa kanya sa paggawa sa isang krimen. Who may issue a warrant of arrest and search warrant? Sino nga ba yung mag-i-issue ng warrant of arrest? No? Nakasaad po dyan, only judges are authorized to issue warrant of arrest and search warrant. So ang linaw po, only judges or judge. How arrest is made? Paano nga ba isinasagawa ang pag-aresto? An arrest is made by actual restraint of a person to be arrested. Okay? Pag sinabing actual restraint, ni-restrict mo siya, no? Yan, hinuli mo, pinusasan mo, that is actual restraint. Or by his submission to the custody of a person making the arrest. That is called voluntary submission, no? Voluntaryo na sumuko. Yan, or yung pagsuko. That is under the rule or revised rules on criminal procedure. Okay, next, in arresting suspect, no violence, unnecessary or unreasonable force should be used, and the person arrested should not be subject to any greater restraint than necessary for his detention. No? So no violence, hindi mo pinukpok, hindi mo binugbog. No unnecessary force, ba? Hindi na kailangan yung force. For example, sumusuko na tapos binugbog mo pa. Is the force necessary? The answer is no. Okay, unreasonable. Masyadong great yung force mo, no? Yan. So for example po ay nanununtok lang, ano? Binaril mo na yung paa. Oh, that is unreasonable force. Excessive force po 'yon, mga kapangarap, no? Okay? Another question, when arrest is made? Yan, kailan nga ba isinasagawa ang pag-aresto? As a general rule, an arrest may be made on any day and at any time of the day or night. Ang linaw, ano? Yan, kahit anong araw, at kahit anong oras ng araw o gabi. Yan, under Section 6, Rule 113 of the Revised Rules on Criminal Procedure. Who may conduct an arrest? Dalawa po ang pwedeng mag-conduct ng arrest. Kung ito po'y warrantless arrest circumstances, either police officer or private person. Pero yung pong arrest by virtue of warrant of arrest, usually po yan po ay police officer, no? So what are the two legal forms of arrest? As discussed a while back, we have two legal forms of arrest, either by actual restraint, no? Yun po yung actual na inaresto mo, yan, pinigilan mo, nirestrict mo, pinusasan mo, no? That is actual restraint. Then by voluntary submission, yan, or yung pong pagsuko ng taong inaaresto. Okay? What are the two modes of arrest under Section 6 and 7 of Rule 113? First, by virtue of arrest warrant, meron pong warrant of arrest, or without warrant of arrest, applying the doctrine of citizens arrest, no? In execution of warrant, the head of the office to whom the warrant of arrest was delivered for implementation must see to it that the warrant should be implemented within 10 days from the receipt. Tandaan, yung pong implementation or execution of warrant should be within 10 days from the receipt. Okay? Within 10 days or 10 period days after the expiration of such period, the police officer to whom it was assigned for implementation should make report to the judge who issued the warrant. Okay, or yung return report na tinatawag, it should be given 10 days after the expiration of 10 days from the receipt. Now, he should explain the reasons in case of failure to implement the same. Yan. Unlike search warrant, which has a fixed lifespan of only 10 days from the date of issuance, a warrant of arrest has no definite period of expiration. Hindi po nag-expire yung pong warrant of arrest, pero yung execution or implementation should be done within 10 days from the date of receipt. Okay? At siyempre, magkaroon po ng return report yung pong mga pulis kung kanino na i-issue yung pong warrant, no, for serving the warrant. Even if not served within the statutory period of 10 days, a warrant of arrest remains valid. It continues valid unless, first, the warrant was recalled by the issuing court. No? Binawi ng korte na nag-issue. The respondent was already arrested. Yan. The respondent voluntarily submitted himself to the jurisdiction of issuing court, or the respondent died. Yan. Pagka hindi po nangyari yung ngayon, then definitely yung pong warrant of arrest ay valid pa rin. No? So, let us proceed to person who are exempted from arrest, kasi baka pagka nagpulis kayo, ina-arrestuhin nyo yung mga tao, no? First, you have senators and representatives. Yan. If the Congress is having its session only and the offense filed against them is punishable by not more than 6 months of imprisonment only, then definitely they are immune from arrest. Okay? So that is under Article 6, Section 6 of 1987 Philippine Constitution. Okay? Doon naman sa Republic Act number 75 Section 4, no, tungkol po sa diplomatic agents, exempted din po yung pang mga diplomatic agents and consul. No, galing po sa ibang bansa under Section 4 RA number 75. Ano ba yung RA number 75? It is an act to penalize acts which would impair the proper observance by the Republic and the inhabitants of the Philippines of the immunities and right and privilege of duly accredited foreign diplomatic and consular agents in the Philippines. Yan po, no? So ano yung mga duties of arresting officer naman? As provided under Section 3 of Rule 113, the arresting officer has two primary duties. First, while arresting the accused or suspect or the perpetrator of the crime, the arresting officer should inform the cause of the arrest and of the fact that a warrant has been issued to the arrested person. Second, any police officer making a lawful arrest should take the person arrested without unnecessary delay and deliver him to the nearest police station. Ayan. So after ng arrest, anong gagawin? Deliver the person without unnecessary delay to the nearest police station or jail. Yan. Then, standard operating procedure in serving arrest warrant under Section 14, Section 5 of 2010 PNP Operational Procedure. No? Number 1, verify the validity of warrant in request for authenticated copy from the issuing court. Second, in serving the warrant, the police officer should introduce himself and show proper identification. Pag nag-aaresto, no? Introduce mo muna yung sarili. No? Yan. Third, make a manifestation of authority against the person to be arrested. Yan. If refuse entry, the police officer may break into the any residence, office, building, and other structure where the person to be arrested is in or reasonably believed to be in after announcing his purpose. Fifth, the police officer need not have a copy of warrant in his possession at the time of the arrest. If the arrested person so requires, the warrant shall be shown to the arrested person as soon as possible. So, hindi kailangan dala-dala mo lagi yung pong warrant of arrest. Yan. Yan. 6, secure the person to be arrested. Kasi baka pagka na-arresto mo na, ay mga taong gustong manakit sa kanya. So, you need to secure him from other person. No? Then 7, conduct thorough search for weapons and other illegal materials on the person arrested and surroundings within his immediate control. So, kailangan mong kapkapan, applying the different types of searching person. No? Yan. So, yung pong mga wall search, ganun po, no? 8. Inform the person to be arrested of his rights under the Miranda Doctrine. 9. No unnecessary force shall be used in making the arrest. 10. Confiscated evidence shall be properly documented. 11. Bring the arrested person to the police station for documentation. 12. Make a return of warrant to the court of origin. And number 13, last but not the least, deliver the arrested person to jail or prison upon the issuance of a commitment order of the court. Ayan, no? Then the officer must inform the person arrested of the cause of the arrest and of the fact that the warrant has been issued for his arrest. Okay, so general rule yan, ano? You must inform the person of the cause of the arrest and of course the Miranda rights of the person. Pero may mga exceptions po. Ano yung mga exceptions? Na kung saan pwede mong arestuhin yung tao na kahit hindi mo naman sinasabi yung dahilan kung ano yung kanyang kasalanan, bakit mo siya aarestuhin. Okay, so may mga exception po doon. So, exceptions to this are as follows. When the person to be arrested attempts to escape. Habang sinasabi mo na meron siyang mga karapatan at ang dahilan kung bakit mo siya inaaresto, no, sinasabi mo pa lang tumatakas na. Yan. So, when he forcibly resists before the officer has the opportunity to inform him na lumalaban, no? Yan. 3. When giving such information will endanger the arrest. Okay, so those are the exceptions to the general rule. Now, wherein you need or you always need to inform the person of the cause of the arrest, no, and the identity of the police officer, of course, and his or her rights. Okay, so under the doctrine of citizens arrest. So ano nga ba yung doctrine of citizens arrest? It is otherwise known as warrantless arrest as provided under Section 5, Rule 113. There are 3 legal conditions of warrantless arrest. Without a warrant, a peace officer or private individual may arrest a person when. Ito yung mga magkakataon pwedeng mag-aresto na wala pong mandamiento di aresto. Number 1, when in his presence, sa kanyang presensya, the person to be arrested has just committed an offense. Kagagawa lamang. No? Kumbaga sa rape sana, nagpapantalon na yung suspect dahil kagagawa niya yung act of rape. No? B, is actually committing an offense. No? Kapag sa rape sana, kasalukuyang ibinobomba niya, tapos sabi ng babae, huwag. Yan, tapos yung babae, kinakalmot yung lalaki, baka naman mamaya, huwag, sabing ganon, pero nakayakap yung babae. Ang ibig sabihin nun, huwag kang dumistorbo or huwag kang mang-istorbo. No? Yan, so huwag po, sabi niya, no? Kinakalmot yung lalaki, lumalaban pero bumobomba yung lalaki, ba? So letter C is about or attempting to commit an offense. Sa rape, for example, pinipilit niya yung isang tao na makipagtalik sa kanya, pinipilit niya, attempting, no, to commit an offense. Yan, so tinatanggal niya yung sakit, tumalaban yung babae. Yan, so that is attempting to commit an offense. Okay? So alangan naman, i-apply mo yung general rule dito, no, na pupunta ka pa sa court na kukuha pa ng warrant of arrest. Okay? So yan, so tandaan niyo po yung number 1 na papasok dito sa warrantless arrest circumstances. Second, when an offense has just been committed and the arresting officer has a probable cause to believe based on facts and circumstances, and of course there should be a personal knowledge, no, that the person to be arrested has the one who committed it. Okay, so kailangan po dito, no, mayroong probable cause din based on facts and circumstances at meron kang personal knowledge to believe. Yan, so kailangan yung personal knowledge, nakita mo na may krimen, no? Tapos bago ka pumunta sa crime scene, nakita mo yun na yung taong huhuliin mo tumatakbo galing sa crime scene. So you have a personal knowledge to believe that that person, no, is the one who committed the crime. Okay? So ito po yung pag-apply ng tinatawag na hot pursuit doctrine, no? So ano nga ba yung hot pursuit? Kagagawa ng krimen at meron kang personal knowledge based on facts and circumstances to believe that the person to be arrested is the one who committed the crime, no? So hot pursuit is also termed in US as fresh pursuit. Shall mean an immediate, recent chase or follow-up without material of interval for the purpose of taking into custody any person wanted by virtue of warrant of arrest or one suspected to have committed a recent offense while fleeing from one police jurisdiction to another, necessitating the pursuing police unit to cross jurisdiction boundaries that will normally require prior official personal inter-unit coordination but which the pursuing unit cannot at the moment comply with due to the urgency of situation. Kailangan kasi pagka nag-operate po yung isang police doon sa ibang jurisdiction, kailangan po ng inter-unit coordination. Pero under the circumstance naman, kapag hindi po kaya, no, may habulin mo muna, then pwede namang iradyo, no? Then later on, tsaka na lang ilagay po sa black and white. Yan, no? Okay? So, ano nga ba yung pangatlo naman, no? Ito po yung pangalawa, no? Hot suit. Pangatlo, when the person to be arrested is escaped prisoner. Okay, escaped prisoner. Siya po ay takas na bilanggo yung aarestuhin, hindi mo kailangan ng warrant of arrest. O maraming klase ng takas na bilanggo, no? Escaped prisoner, first, who has escaped from a penal establishment. Second, or a place while he is serving his sentence by final judgment or is temporarily confined while his case is pending or has escaped while being transferred from one confinement to another. Tumakas mula doon sa isang jail or prison o kaya naman tumakas siya habang tinatransfer siya mula sa isang kulungan or jail papunta po sa preso. Yan, no? So pwedeng arestuhin nang wala pong mandamiento di arrest. Okay, SOP of arrest without warrant. Ano nga ba yung standard operating procedure na kailangan sundin, no? During the initial contact with the person to be arrested, these steps should be followed by the arresting person. Freeze or restrain the suspect. Second, make proper introduction as to the identity and authority to arrest. Third, inform the arrested person of the circumstances of his arrest and recite him the Miranda warning. 4, conduct a thorough search for weapons and other illegal materials. 5, as a general rule, no unnecessary force shall be used in making the arrest. 6, confiscate the evidence shall be properly documented. 7, bring the arrested person to the police station for further investigation and deposition. No? Then the arrested person is engaged in the commission of an offense. He is pursued immediately after committing the crime or after escape. He attempts to flee from officer arresting him. He possibly resists before the officer's opportunity to inform. When giving such information will imperil the arrest. No? So these are the circumstances wherein in arresting without warrant, the officer must inform the person to be arrested of his authority and cause of the arrest. However, this may not be exactly followed, no, under this circumstance, no? Yan. So parang sa arrest by virtue of warrant of arrest din. Okay? Kailangan mo pa rin nasabihin yung pong cause of the arrest, of course, and the authority to make the arrest. However, this may not be exactly followed if number 1, if the person to be arrested is engaged in the commission of an offense, kasalukuyang ginagawa yung krimen, he is pursued immediately after committing or after escape, yan. He attempts to flee, tumatakas, no? He forcibly resists before the officer has the opportunity to inform him, or when giving such information will imperil the arrest, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, may nabanggit po kanina na kapag inaresto mo yung tao by virtue of warrantless arrest circumstances, you must deliver the person to the proper judicial authority without unnecessary delay as provided under Article 125 of Revised Penal Code as amended. So, meron pong specific na oras na kung saan kailangan po pong makasuhan yung pong tao, no? Yan. And you must deliver the person to proper judicial authority without unnecessary delay within 12 hours if the penalty for the crime that was committed is punishable by light penalties and their equivalent. 18 hours naman, yung pong reglementary period, if the penalty is correctional penalties and their equivalent. Then 36 hours if the penalty is afflictive or capital penalties in their equivalent. Yan. So ibig sabihin yung 12, 18, 36 na yan, yun po yung legal na pag-detain sa isang tao kung siya ay nakagawa ng isang krimen na kahit wala pong complaint, no? Yan. So kailangan ma-file po yung kaso within the specific period of time na 12 hours, 18 hours, 36 hours. Kapag hindi ka nakapag-file ng kaso within that specific period, then kailangan mo pong pakawalan po yung taong na-aresto dahil pwede kang kasuhan ng tinatawag na arbitrary detention kung ikaw ay isang pulis at illegal detention naman kapag ikaw ay civilian. Okay? At meron pong nadagdag dito, no? Yung pong pwede mong i-detain yung pong isang suspected terrorist ng 72 hours. Okay? That is under Republic Act 9372. For suspected terrorists, you can detain them within 72 hours. Ayan, habang iniimbestigahan pa yung kaso. Yan, pero pag hindi mo na i-file yung pong case within 72 hours, na anong mangyayari, pakakawalan mo pa rin para hindi ka sampahan ng kasong arbitrary detention. Yun po yung kaso sa isang pulis na nag-detain, no, ng isang tao na lumagpas po doon po sa delivery of person to proper judicial authority. Illegal detention naman para sa mga private individuals. Okay? Ayan. So, the use of force in making the arrest. Okay, pwede bang gumamit ng force? No? So, tingnan natin. If the person being arrested offers no resistance, hindi po siya lumaban, hindi po siya nag-resist, no force should be used in making the arrest. So what is the guidelines for use of force when making an arrest? If no resistance on the person to be arrested, no force should be used by the arresting officer. If there is a resistance to the person who will be arrested, use only as much as force as necessary to overcome the resistance, no? Or yung pong sinatawag na reasonable force lang yung pong gagamitin if there is a resistance. Okay? Rule 7 of Police Operational Procedure provides that reasonable force can be used during an armed confrontation. The police may use reasonable force to overcome the threat posed by the suspect. However, the officer in charge of the operation shall at all times exercise control over his men in the rules and of course he shall ensure that no innocent civilian is caught in the fight if in case kung meron man o sa operation. Okay? If there is threat to officer's life or threat to others person's life, then you can use deadly force. Use of deadly force, the excessive use of force shall be avoided. The use of firearm is justifiable by virtue of doctrine of self-defense, defense of a relative, and defense of a stranger, and if police have a probable cause to believe that the suspect poses an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury to police or other person under Rule 6 of the Police Operational Procedure Manual 2010. Kapag yung pong tao na, alam mo na meron siyang daladalang baril o kaya alam mo na siya ay isa sa most wanted person na pusakal na kriminal, no? Siya ay may daladalang baril palagi. So, marapat lamang na syempre kailangan pagka bubunot na unahan mo na syempre, no? So, you can use deadly force. Ayan, yun po yung pagkakataon na pwedeng gamitin lamang po yung deadly force if there is already imminent danger to the police officer or to other person. Okay, so maraming salamat sa iyong walang kawang pakikinig mga kapangarap, kabalitaan at kakampi. Kapag meron kang natutunan sa ating short video presentation, huwag kang mahiyang mag-subscribe at i-hit yung pong bell button, then click all para ikaw po ay ma-update sa mga susunod na video presentations. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi o magandang araw sa inyong lahat.